Welcome to Basketball U. If you're new to Basketball U, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe button. And just to make sure you don't miss a thing, make sure you tap that notification bell right after you hit that subscribe button. Basketball U, welcome back. It's good to see you. Looking forward to continuing the journey of success and making the best basketball players on the planet with all of the information you need. We gave you some basic info on the rules of basketball just in case you were getting started. We gave you the rules on the positions and what they actually do, and what skills are needed in each of those positions, because it's so important to know as you are developing as a basketball player. And we gave you some stories about some different role players, so be sure to tune in to all of that. And also to check out our basketball playlist as well, where we have brand new tunes for you. Today's episode, we are going into the mind of the player, because the game is so much more mental than physical. And once you realize that, you will have success. And with that, we're going to get right into it with focus. First off, what is focus? The state or quality of having or producing clear visual definition. When you are focused, there's nothing that can get in your way of you completing your task or goals you have set for yourself. When we think of focus, we think of focusing to make a shot, but it's more than that. It's a journey of progression that we are on, and there are so many distractions along the way. People and their opinions, trainers showing you the wrong things to do because they have an agenda that doesn't meet the requirements of where you play. Parents can also be a distraction based on the advice they give. Lastly, your ego. Your ego can make you or break you when you start to feel some success. It's important to understand that your attention and focus needs to be on the work that you are putting in and day out as you continue to try to reach new heights of becoming an elite player. To say more opposed to doing more will lead you in a tough mental state, as doing is more rewarding as you will see the results of success built for you. So with all this being said, stay focused and know your clear vision and what you have defined as your goal or your success. Communication. What is communication? Communication is the act of transferring information from one player or one group to the other. Would you ever learn the game if no one spoke to you about it? Then how do you expect someone to know what you need help with if you never speak to it about them? Or even better, basketball is a team sport, right? How are you supposed to play with your teammates if you don't speak? The key of communication isn't only to just speak, it's the way you speak. And it's an energy that can flow from players to coach to even the crowd if all done properly. Most people will say, just talk with your play, or a leader should be the only one talking. But as a small portion of that may be true, it's most important that everyone has a sense of chemistry and are on the same page of information. Communication is a key component for other players around you to get better because of the things that you're talking about on the court in the position you play that they may not. So if there is ever an exchange, then they know what their role is in that spot. There is a tone and a level of talking that will bring success to yourself and the team as well. Don't forget to voice positive affirmations to coaches and teammates, and be confident in every aspect of things you say, because they too may have something to say that may help you. Body language. What is body language, and why is this always something you're going to hear about throughout your basketball career? The process of communication, if non-verbally, through conscious and unconscious gestures and movements. These gestures and movements can tell a coach or a college or a pro scout so much about a player, no matter what type of game they are having. And if it's the first time they have seen a player play, body language is the biggest mental disaster for players, as they don't realize they have developed a bad habit of showing their emotions on face and body. Showing that physically can make teammates react different towards you. It can make the opposing team gain an interest, and focus on making you frustrated as you keep showing disappointment and frustration. And as you show that, the crowd of the opposing teams will also join in on helping you be a worse player. That particular game or situation of the game that could be the most pivotal moment. If you do your research, some really good players in the past have lost scholarships because of body language and character issues. And to think that something as simple as controlling your emotions can decide your future. How do you work on having good body language? The best way to do this is by thinking positively. When things go wrong, find a way to clap it up and talk about the next thing that needs to be focused on to your teammates. Another way to deal with body language issues can be to ask a teammate what you could have done better, or look at coach and see what feedback he has for you so that you can be successful moving forward. Don't let body language decide your fate as a player. Many have worked countless hours to be the player they become. Use your mind to overpower the idea of emotions. Effort, a vigorous or determined attempt. No one said that everything you're going to do in this game of basketball is going to be perfect, but you can give maximum effort in each try, which falls into the idea of what is your work ethic like. Do you come in the gym and just breeze through, running, shooting, playing defense? Or do you try to find ways to conserve energy because you're not in shape? Why? The biggest question to ask, why are we not giving the best effort to be the best? There isn't an answer because honestly, it shouldn't be happening. The energy that you give off in your effort trickles down to the next teammate that is thinking about giving as hard as they can, but when they take a glance over and see you're not giving full effort, then the thought process goes through their head as well, and they start to find a way to take a drill off, a playoff, which at some point will cost you in a real game. It's important that you go as hard as you can because with consistency, everything translates later in the journey of becoming the best player you can be. Thoughts. An idea or opinion produced by thinking or occurring suddenly in the mind. Thoughts can determine every second of your day, your month, and your year. Thoughts can determine the outcome of your performance before you step a foot on the court. Players tend to overthink things, and self-doubt plays a role when we overthink as players. Understand where thoughts stem from. They start based on the first aspect of what we discussed, and that's focus. If you lack that, you are allowing room for other things to creep in your mind to distract you from what you believe to be true in your work. Take your thoughts of preparation and continuous hours of practicing the same thing over and over and over again, and positive self-talk that you are good at what you do and you will perform to the best of your ability and you will be the best on the floor. These positive thoughts won't help you have the perfect game, but it will keep you sharp on every aspect of what needs to be done. As long as you control your thoughts and don't let the outside world of opinions and missed opportunities do the mistakes or something that isn't going your way, even though you have put in the time and work. The best thought to have towards all of that is, I have to just keep working because I know deep down no one is working as hard as I am. My time is coming and my time is now. Positive thinking leads to a positive outcome. Last thing you can control is the ability to seek more information. Most of you are here for that reason, and that's what technology has to offer for you. There is no longer an excuse of why you don't know something, whether it's the rules to the game or how to play or even what certain terminology means when a coach is talking the game to you at practice or in the locker room on the whiteboard. Learn it, love it, and most of all, play it. Let's be great together and let's keep growing. Basketball U family, it's up to you. This is Basketball U. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, follow all of our social medias right there in the description to keep yourself up to date, as this channel will have a lot of basketball, a lot of players, and a lot of training and more information on how to play the game of basketball. Remember, someone's always working. Are you?